You can help WMNF now and into the future by donating gifts of stock, real estate, retirement assets, or a life insurance policy. It's easy to leave a legacy of love. Just call 813-238-8001 or go to WMNF.org/plannedgiving to get started today.
Tampa Bay nominations are now open for Creative Loafing's Best of the Bay 2026. If WMNF has inspired you, informed you, connected you to our community, or introduced you to amazing music and voices, nominate us and help carry WMNF into the final voting round. Nominate WMNF for Best Radio Station, Best Radio Show, Best Podcast, Best Nonprofit, and more before midnight on June 10th. It only takes a minute, and every nomination counts. Visit WMNF.org for direct nomination links.
And this is the live music showcase here on WMNF 88.5. I'm Ed Lehman, your host for today, and we've got a very special show lined up for you today. We have three just wonderful songwriters in the round today. They're each going to play the, what we call it, round robin, I guess, is the appropriate tune. And so we've got Joe Milligan, Jerry X, Alicia Crawford. Welcome so much. We're so happy to see you here in the studios today. And let's just jump right into Joe, you want to start?
Sure. I'm going to kick it off with a song called Hope We Might, and a little background on the song and kind of, how songs come to you. I was channel surfing, and I guess I came across a news report or something. It was a press conference, and some politician who had been involved in some kind of indiscretions was on stage doing the mea culpa, and at the same time, I guess his wife was sitting on the stage doing the Tammy Wynette Stand By Your Man. And what was really strange about it is that when I looked at her, she looked like someone I had known, and then I realized it wasn't. But anyway, it gave me the idea for the song of someone who I knew when that we were younger, and kind of innocence, and how people wind up. So I guess the theme is sort of one of nostalgia and innocence, but at the same time, the compromise that politicians do, the position that they put other people in. So it's called Hope We Might. I saw your likeness on TV last night. Loving mother, a candidate's wife, and I could still feel you breathing as you held me tight. In the back of a pickup truck, in an earlier life, when we rolled across the hills on a cold Virginia night. I never felt so free, saw the stars shine so bright. Kinda thought we would, and I hoped that we might. You were so kind to me, baby, you treated me so nice. I caught a glimpse of you, it was in the morning light. Change in your clothes, your skin was tanned and white. It was a sweet, awkward moment, you handled it so nice. You said, pretend to be my husband, I'll pretend to be your wife. And we rolled across the floor like a run-down barn, looking for a place that worked. You squeezed my arm and you said, kinda thought we would, and I hoped we might. You are so kind to me, baby, you treated me so nice. Well, I lost track of you, and that's just the way things are. Love is in a distance, and friends from afar. He seems to me to be a kind enough man. He speaks of love and compassion, and
return to surf that great vast waste for another time and place better suited to my taste. I wondered if he did, and I hope that he might.
That's Joe Milligan on our Songwriters in the Round episode of Live Music Showcase. Joe, that sounded really good. You've got this presence about you when you sing, and the way that you write your songs, just it's so real, and it just really pulls you in, because you've got both the story element and the emotions in there. And what is it that inspires you to write a song? I guess I have to do the typical interview question.
That's a good question. I mean, what I talked about in that song was sort of an example. I think that lots of times, and I don't know about you guys, I just start to play around musically. I usually do the music first. And
if you get a little closer to the mic.
I try to play the music first.
Oh, okay.
And then see what comes. I know a lot of people talk about they get together and they want to write songs together. That's kind of not my mode, and I kind of think about some things that I've written, and I saw Paul Simon said something about this. He said, I can start to write something at 8 o'clock at night, and 4 o'clock in the morning I'm at it. So I just think it sort of comes, and I not any great plan to sit down and do it.
But when the muse hits,
that's when it hits.
Yeah. Very nice. All right, well let's continue doing the roundabout. Jerry X, you're here. It's so great to see you today, too. And why don't you give us a song?
All right. Thanks for having me, guys. This song is called The Architect. I think I wrote this in 2006 or 2007. I was on tour. I was playing in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I played at this venue, and I think one of the congressmen was in the audience, and he had brought a bunch of vets that were just discharged from Special Forces. And I got to I talked to most of them, really, and they all had the same story about what their last assignment was when they came back. Like when they came back into the country, their service wasn't done. They were sent to the border, and kind of like their job was to just, pulverize anything that moved in the distance. And so a lot of them had the same story where, a lot of them thought, they explained in uncertain, terms that that was the hardest part of their service, really was the last 3 months of their service. So this song was inspired by conversations I had with them. It's called The Architect.
Sometimes even the bravest soldier feels like jumping off a building, 'cause it'd be better than to spend another decade living in a war zone, watching friends throwing hand grenades, claiming that they still loved you. And I see no point at all. If God's an architect, why would he watch? Why would he watch all his buildings fall? And sometimes I wish that it was the only person that's still living, so you wouldn't leave me like a hopeless pilot, calling all his angels, praying as the plane goes down and hits the ground. It's 'cause God has got a better plan for him. Why would he watch? Why would he watch all his buildings fall? And I see no point at all. God, if you're an architect, why would you watch? Why would you watch all your buildings fall? And sometimes even the bravest soldier feels like jumping off a building, 'cause it'd be better.
Very nice.
Jerry X Live here on Live Music Showcase. Songwriters in the round. What a powerful song. You know, we just had Memorial Day and honoring those who've made the ultimate sacrifice for their country. And we certainly honor them. And the meaning of your song just puts this ache in my heart. You know, if God was an architect, you know, why would he allow this? So getting way too
to try and reason with, you know.
Right. So maybe getting a little too deep here, but that was a really, really beautiful song.
Thank you.
So I have to ask you a couple of things. You started classical training on piano, I understand.
Yep. When I was 6, I started going to like a piano conservatory in Bulgaria, which is not as random as it seems. I am from Bulgaria. And then at 13, I had a negative relationship with the piano because a Russian teacher has slapped I used to get hit over my hands with a ruler every single time I made a mistake. So I basically had an ulcer by the time I was like 14. But I picked up the guitar because I just didn't feel like playing the piano. And then I went to Blake High School and I was a classical guitar major there for a little bit, and then I dropped out of school. So I kind of did everything a little. I've done a little bit of like everything, and then just been like, okay, that's cool. I know everything I need to know about that. Now I'm going to go do something else.
So you make your own way.
Unfortunately, yeah, for me, it's difficult.
Well, we're happy that you chose writing music and performing. Because you just have a beautiful voice. Your songs are just so meaningful and just really get into your soul.
Thank you.
So I appreciate that.
I got to get them out somehow, you know.
There you go. All right, well, let's move over to Alicia. It's her turn. Alicia Crawford's here, and she's going to give us a song as well.
Sure. So I have 2 wonderful kids. It's the last day of school for Hillsborough County, and
You're here?
And I'm here. It's okay. I sent them off this morning, but they were much younger when I wrote this song, but they asked me at the time to check under the bed for monsters. You know, they were scared there were gremlins underneath there. And so, of course, Mama checked and reassured them that there's no such thing as monsters and they're not living under the bed. And but then I went and sat, like a writer I am, sat on my couch and was like, you know what?
There are monsters.
There are monsters, and we're dealing with them in different ways as adults, you know? their grief, their heartbreak, their jealousy, their greed. There are a lot of the baggage that we just carry around, and made me start thinking about, I was in a new season. I had gotten divorced, and I was wondering, well, man, are my monsters too much for somebody else? And so I wrote this song, inspired by my kids, asking Mama to check for monsters in the dark. So this is called Into the Dark. When you are little, the night time is scary, 'cause there are monsters that are hiding under your bed. But when you get older, well, those monsters, they are different, 'cause now they are living inside of your own head. And I may be older and wiser, but I'm still oh so afraid of the dark. I'm gonna face down my demons, face down my fears, but I'm gonna need a little help along the way, 'cause I'm a mess. And can you handle this mess? 'Cause I don't wanna live this life all by myself. So will you follow me into the dark? Well, I've been hiding from the shadows, my own past. I've written a book on a run and just try to survive. But the faster I run and try to escape it, the more I realize that I can't do this all on my own. And I may be older and wiser, oh yeah, but I'm still oh so afraid of the dark. I'm gonna face down my demons, face down my fears, but I'm gonna need a little help along the way, 'cause I'm a mess. And can you handle this mess? 'Cause I don't wanna live this life all by myself. So will you follow me into the dark? And are you strong enough to stay, to hear about my monsters and not be scared away, to know that it all when it ebbs and flows, and that all I need is your love to see me through? Tell me, face down my demons, face down my fears, but I'm gonna need a little help along the way, 'cause I'm a mess. And can you handle this mess? 'Cause I don't wanna live this life all by myself. So will you follow me? Oh, will you? So will you follow me into the dark. Oh, will you now?
So Alicia Crawford, right here on the Live Music Showcase, with a very touching and beautiful song.
Thank you.
And the inspiration came from your kids.
It came from
being
my kids.
afraid.
Yes.
Of maybe the monsters.
Yes.
And you gave them a big life lesson in that song.
Oh my gosh, yes. I feel that as a parent, that's kind of what you're doing daily, and being honest about your own vulnerabilities and your mistakes and your messes. I'm hoping that that's, you know, going to help them in the long run. That they see that it's good to be vulnerable. It's good to be transparent.
Yeah, I remember when I grew up, it was hard for particularly my father to exhibit vulnerability, and I think it's important for kids to learn that you're human. You're going to make mistakes as an adult. But,
yeah, for sure.
Guess what, kid? So will you.
So will you. You know what? Your mama's going to love you through it.
Exactly.
You know, just as we have to love ourselves through the mistakes and everything that we go through. Same thing for them, you know?
Exactly. Well, we need to tell listeners on Live Music Showcase, we have a part of it that we like to call AMA, Ask Musicians Anything. So if you have a question for Joe, Jerry X, or Alicia, send it to dj@wmnf.org. It'll get sent to me, and I will ask these fine folks those particular questions. And we like them weird. If you have a weird question, make them weird. It always makes it more fun, right? All right, well, let's get back to music. Joe?
I'll do a song called El Toro, Death in the Afternoon. I was in Spain, and I went to a bullfight in southern Spain. And I just figured, as you know, tourist and culture, go experience something. It was part of the culture. And I guess the bullfights there are sort of like horse races in America. There's 9 of them, and they start with 1 and move on. So, but anyway, I read a few things about it, and there's supposedly what they call the gate of fear, that the bull comes through, and that the bull's been pampered, and he's had a good life up to now. Well, the short and long of it is that the bull's only going to come into this ring once, because in southern Spain they kill the bull. And I just found it to be awful. It was incredible, man's inhumanity and cruelness to the animal. And there was the Hemingway story, Death in the Afternoon, which I never read, but I read a critique on it, and they're talking about he thought that part of this was man's dominance over animals and it being the higher being. And and there was a reference to the line that it was a pagan rite. So I wrote 2 verses for the song, and then I wound up watching a documentary on trench warfare in World War I, and it occurred to me that there was a similar theme in all this, is that these were the bull and the people that were encouraged in the trench were just following someone who told them this was something to do. And I think what struck me when I saw the documentary was they talked about the fact that there was some general who said, well, just give me 40,000 more troops and that'll do the job. And if you know the history of trench warfare, it was a stalemate. So so this is called El Toro.
It was a 3-act play at the end of the day, in the Andalusian sun. He was black at night, he was born to fight, what they told everyone. Well, I heard the trumpet bear, they opened up the gate of fear. El Toro looked around, fate and faith he'd let him hear, to death in the afternoon, led to death in the afternoon. You know, rebel man takes a godlike stand in this pagan rite. heart of the spectacle, gets 15 minutes of fame. And they poke him with a lance, and they stab him with a knife, put a sword through his neck, and they call it a fair fight. And you know that I was rooting for the bull. You know I was rooting for the bull. They were deep in a trench, they were German and French, led to death in the afternoon. Like El Toro, they did not know there's nothing noble in this. They just followed some good shepherd, another sacrificial lamb, to death and blood and suffering, waiting for their next command. And you know I'm rooting for the sheep, that they rise from their eternal sleep, and that they will be heard to speak. Oh yeah, they'll say, children, do not walk through those gates of fear. No, children, do not walk through those gates of fear.
That's Joe Milligan live here on the Live Music Showcase here on WMNF, and very poignant song. The way you weave in sort of the analogy between the bullfight and people caught up in things like war, it's just very moving. It's, you know, when my stomach starts clenching up and thinking about things, I know you really hit the spot on that song. Yeah. So let me ask you, you also have a band that you play with. Is that going to be playing in the area anytime soon?
Well, most of the when we had the band, that's kind of dispersed. As you know, Bill LeGrandier passed,
right.
And Chris. So I've been playing, doing a lot of things with Pamela Joe Hatley, and we've actually worked up. We're doing a Dylan tribute show, and then we do some local things at like the Tavern at Bayboro. Some things at the Pistol House. So it's basically either a duo or solo.
Okay, so do you have any plans of actually reassembling a band, or you're just going to go with the duo?
You know,
for a while?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's just sometimes it's just easier to get out there and do it on your own, you know. And you know, part of the reason I would say that is I had, when you talk to people who've been in bands, they always talk about the fact that there's a lot of infighting and personalities and this and that. I had the very good fortune with playing with those guys for all those years. There was never any of that, you know. I mean, Bill LeGrandier and Chris and all those guys, and Russell Rouse were just, you know, wonderful, wonderful people to work for. And at that time we did all original music. So I don't think I could ever find people like that again.
You never know.
No, you don't.
You never know. All right. Well, let's go to Jerry. Jerry X is ready for another song. And before I forget, I want to mention you're in a show tonight.
Yes.
At St. Petersburg Shuffleboard Club.
Correct.
Doors at 7 p.m. And it's featuring Buffalo Nichols.
Yeah, I'm opening for Buffalo Nichols, yeah.
Well, I thought he was opening for you, but
And
I guess
what
I got
universe?
confused.
No. no, I'm local sport. Yeah, I'm opening. I'm lucky enough to have been asked to be a part of it. It was originally a Bay Borough, and it got moved to St. Pete Shuffle Club. It will be inside, so it's going to be a really, really cool experience.
Sounds good. Yeah, Buffalo Nichols is an amazing songwriter.
I know. I'm a little intimidated.
Oh,
I'm a lot intimidated, but I will just, close my eyes and run head first into the unknown, like I usually do. So we'll see. It'll be interesting regardless. So you should come and see how I do.
There you go. Okay.
I don't know why I'm so weird. There's no excuse for it, but here we are.
All right. Well, let's do another song then.
Okay, it's a good segue. I was gonna do a new song called St. Peter, and then you played the bowl song, and then it just, and this is in typical Jerry fashion, by the way. I don't write set lists because I get, especially in these things, I get inspired by what everyone else is playing. I'm like, oh, I have one about that, or you know how it is, right? So this one is called I'm Your Man. And it's about anyone in power that is really good at selling it. It is just very, very good at selling it and getting everyone to kind of follow along.
Thousands, put your mouth on their eyelids and with your fingers draw crosses on their hearts. And you preach your words like a savior, casting out the disbelievers, an exorcism without a cause. I will make you a believer, baby. Open up your blouse, and I will lead, and you will follow. I'll fill your heart that's been so hollow again and again. Well, I'm your man again and again. Behind them, they raise all your babies with toy guns in their holsters. All a boy wants to know is that his daddy still loves him. Be tough and courageous, stand up to your neighbor, pick a side in your rifle when duty calls you to fight him. And men start the wars, and then men go to fight him, while the women and children just pick up behind them. Men start the wars, and then men go to fight him, while the rest of us just pick up behind them.
Jerry X live here in the Live Music Showcase, brand new song, and wow, that was a great song. What inspired you to write that?
Well, war.
War?
Yeah,
we got
I
that
think
going
that
on.
there is never. I mean, generally speaking, there's no winners at war, right? Even though the victors write the history books and choose what goes in them, but no one wins at war. There's always so much loss, and that's a really like generally broad statement, and it's a little bit like it's a little bit of what's called I don't know what the word is because my brain is fried. But well, here's the thing: women have never I've never heard of women in history starting a war and then going to kill each other. You know, men start the wars, then they leave and they go and fight them, and the people that pick up the pieces are always the women and the children. And so that was yeah.
That's
I don't know.
the way the world has been, and apparently still is, which is such a shame.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Well, I say we just need to...
prophecy kind of thing.
I say we just give women the power, and, men stay out of politics and
that's
war.
so sweet. Yeah, no, it's never going to happen.
Treat it... I was reading something, someone was saying, yeah, we want our planet and our species to be more like... run like a household versus... a business, because a business don't care about the individual.
Nope.
A household does.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
that's kind of what we need.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting philosophical. See what you're doing to me?
Yeah, sorry. But I mean,
okay.
the thing is that, with humanity has survived because women have taken care of humanity,
Exactly.
We raise all, that's the thing about they raise all your babies with toy guns in their holsters. I mean, what are you supposed to do, right? Like, this is play pretend is also what ends up happening. These are the things that, that you're taught as a child, that, you defend the things that you believe in, you stand up, you're brave, you're courageous. And so those things don't happen because women want them to happen. They happen because men get angry and then they decide that it's okay to just kill each other while women just stand back and just have to watch it. There's no stopping it. We can't stop that.
Well, let's hope humanity finds a way to do it.
Oh, that's a really nice thought.
Connor said he couldn't wait until when it took over. Remember that?
Yeah.
All
I don't
right.
think that we're ever going to take over anything, but that's a nice thought.
There you go. Again, you might become surprised.
Yeah.
So, Alicia, would you like to give us a song?
Sure, but I definitely can't follow in that footsteps. It's okay, Jerry. It's always fun with, like Jerry said, it's always fun with these writers in the round because you kind of come in with your pocket of songs. And, me as a songwriter, a lot of my stuff actually started, I've been in the business for like 30 years, but I was playing behind the scenes as a bass player. So for me, really, I didn't become a songwriter. It wasn't until like my life fell apart. And I was tired of waiting to be chosen to go play with a band or, support another solo artist. I wanted to sing the things that were in my heart and to write what was in my heart. And so a lot of my songs, I do listen to other people's stories, but so much is things, experiences and relationships that kind of have taken place with me. And I told you I was in a new season of my life, and it took me about 4 years now to kind of get comfortable into walking into a restaurant and going, hey, table for one, and having a lot of peace in that. So I just had a birthday, and I kind of thank you, Taurus. We yes. So I always kind of write an anthem, kind of looking back over the past year, kind of looking at those milestones, the hiccups, everything in between, and I was like, you know what? I finally found peace in going in and saying, hey, table for one. Yeah, I'm going to take that trip on my own. I'm not going to wait for somebody. I'm going to keep living my life. So I hope it has inspired my kids as much as it feels like it's inspired me. So anyway, so this is a new song. It'll be on my upcoming EP, but it's called Table for One. I learned to sit at tables, eat a meal all by myself. No phone, no book, no friend, just me to fill the silence. You can really taste the moment when the noise settles down. Just sitting with your thoughts without ignoring them for once. I no longer want to escape from my own company. I've wandered near and far
just a stranger in the crowd. And I have found my belonging every place life carries me. Just me and my table for one. But I've learned to sit on planes to places with no one by my side. 'Cause missing out on the chance to travel was never in my cards. Some call it wanderlust, but for me it's deeper than it seems. I'm riding out life by suitcase I won't regret chasing. I no longer want to escape from my own company. I wander near and far, just a stranger in the crowd. And I have found my belonging every place life carries me. Just me and my table for one. Maybe I was never really lonely, no loss. Just moving through life at a different kind of cost. And every road I took along led me to this place where solitude feels like peace. Yes, it does. Company. I wander near and far, just a stranger in the crowd. And I have found my belonging every place life carries me. Just me and my table for one. Just me and my table for one.
Alicia Crawford live here in the WMNF studios. Live music showcases was tuned on right now, and what a great song. And I'm sure it's going to be inspirational to people to hear that. And have you put that on a record yet, or?
It's going to be out on the next one. If John Kelly's listening from the Hideaway. John, we have to get in the studio. You know.
Okay, I have to ask you one more thing. So my understanding is that you played bass for Nick Carter of the Backstreet Boys. Tell us a little bit about that.
I did. So most people are in college, and I was, up until I got a phone call clear out of blue on a vacation with my mom out in the middle of Tennessee, and it was Nick calling from Sweden saying, "Hey, I'm going to go solo. You want to come play bass for me?" Now, we knew each other when we were kids before he became famous. And he had told me back then, "Hey, whenever I go solo, I'm going to give you a call." I did not think he was actually telling the truth. But sure enough, I did. I dropped out of college for about a year and went on the road with him. And we toured absolutely everywhere. Tonight Show, The View, took me all over the world. I fell in love with traveling. And I learned how to be in a rehearsal hall and rehearse 3 songs for 9 hours a day to get ready to go on TV. I can probably still play those songs in my sleep.
Well, they definitely took rehearsal seriously, which is a good thing,
yes,
I guess.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
But it sounds like you had a very positive experience in that.
I'm very grateful. Nick was incredibly, obviously we were friends, and he was incredibly respectful and kind to me. You know, being a female out on the road with a whole bunch of guys, that can go squirrely and sideways really fast. But I always felt he made it a pleasant experience for me, made me feel safe and secure. And I was very lucky that I had a lot of really good people around me, especially being that young. You can easily get taken advantage in your early 20s. And instead, it was a really great experience that I have great memories from it, for sure.
Sounds good. Well, I have to apologize, Chell, because we only have like 10 more minutes to go. And I really want to get a little more time because I want to hear more songs. So we'll have to just do this again sometime. If that works for you guys.
Yeah.
Excellent. So I still want listeners to email us a question for any of these fine folks here in our Songwriters in the Round episode to dj@wmnf.org. We don't want to let them off the hook without getting at least one weird question, okay? But these shows are made possible by a group of very dedicated volunteers who come in here each week and make it happen. So we need to acknowledge them. Pam Robinson is our audio engineer, audio assistant, Jerry McGowan. Video director is Lisa Reuter today. On cameras, we got Marcy Connors, we've got Alexis Thompson, we've got Sage Boutel. And board ops is Sister Patty Perkin. Thank you, Patty, for helping out in there. And let's see, we probably have time for at least a couple more songs. We're definitely going to have at least two more. So, Joe, you got one for us, and then we'll go to Jerry.
Do a little something a song called Cherry Stone's Little Necks and Chowders. I grew up in an area in New Jersey close to the coastal areas, and when I was a kid, we would drive through the pines, and you would come into the marshlands, which you have a lot in the coastal areas, and the Carolinas, very similar to it. And there was always this olfactory thing to it, as you'd sense the pines, and then the pines would get over to the marsh. And then there were always people that were selling clams, and there were always these signs is that, they'd be on wood that was painted with red bottom painted from the paint, and just said, leave your money or knock on the door or whatever. So this was sort of just a little something that I had to kind of capture that feeling of the that whole coastal area experience.
There's a place on a road can't be marked by time, where the fragrance of the salt marsh it overtakes us in a pine. There's a house on stilts in a sawgrass meadow, red bottom paint on a plywood sign, cherry stones, little necks and chowders. Oh, you can knock anytime. Six clicks across the brackish water, across the bridge built by FDR. Wooden planks, they rumble like thunder underneath the wheels of a car. Billboard marred the horizon, but it told us where to find the best. Fried shrimp in the county, 'twas a place for our spirit of rest. Parked on the bayside of the island, somebody whistled an Otis Redding tune, next to a sign left by Donna, please don't walk on the ground. Lot of bridges underwater, it's bound to happen over time. Little necks and chowders, some things don't change over time. There's a place on the road, oh, that can't be marked by time, where the fragrance of the salt marsh it overtakes us in a pine. House on stilts in a sawgrass meadow, red bottom paint on a plywood sign. Cherry stones, little necks and chowders. Some things don't change over time.
Joe Milligan live here in our Songwriters in the Round. And I don't know, maybe I should tell Rhythm Revival they can wait for like a half hour or maybe an hour, because we got things to do yet, you know. They probably wouldn't like that, right? Yeah.
Please don't put that on us.
Okay, yeah, right.
That's like telling the chef that something was too salty. You know, I don't want him to, you know.
Well, okay, we'll stay in our lane, I
just don't
guess.
want them to like be mad at us,
Right.
you know.
And plus they do
taking away their time.
They do a really good show, so people, we want you to stay tuned for that. So Jerry, let's jump into a next tune, and we may have one more chance to get Alicia on, which we will do.
The song is called "The Professional." I walk the line as straight as I can. I said I'll be your gal if you walk in circles too. But I drink too much and say the Lord's name in vain. I caught the next train out of town as fast as I could. When a man changes the rules, I always break the law. But I can't be stopped. And you can count on me to mean what I say. I'm a professional at keeping score and shooting straight. And I keep my guns by my side night and day. So when push comes to shove, I'll be there and you'll be late. When a man changes the rules, I always break the law. But I can't be stopped. And I got stones in my shoes, but I won't sink. A chest full of lead, but those bullets don't hurt one bit. And I'm a master of disguise, I'm never what you think. Change my shoes, have a drink, and I'm good, 'cause I don't quit. When a man changes the rules, I always break the law. But I can't be stopped. No, I can't be stopped. No, I can't be stopped.
Wow, Jerry X here in the Live Music Showcase. Coming up in 1 minute will be NPR News. This will almost wrap things up, but we will continue to stream live on Facebook and YouTube so you can hear the final song from Alicia. So this is WMNF Tampa. Stay tuned for NPR News and Rhythm Revival. Alicia, take us out.
I'm going to close because this is a song that I wrote about summer romance. And I know, so it's about real summer romance, not that Lifetime rom-com kind of stuff, but the door to June, you know, the beginning of June always reminds me of you.
under moonlit sky. Risked it all just to get the chance to touch you, to taste you, to know